to the donkey's voice. Investigates. Yeah! Welcome 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 to the donkey's voice. Investigates. Yeah!
I saw a text that said buying your kids clothes from Walmart is loud and broke. Baby, who ain't grandma's hurt you? That $3.98, $4.98, that's the best thing that us parents have ever seen. Especially when I need something quick on the fly and I ain't got no bread. These kids finna grow out of these clothes in 2 seconds.
Welcome to the donkey's voice. Investigates.
I saw a status that said buying your kids clothes from Walmart is wild and broke. Baby, who at grandma's hurt you? That $3.98, $4.98, that's the best thing that us parents have ever seen. Especially when I need something quick on the fly and I ain't got no bread. These kids finna grow out of these clothes in 2 seconds. By tomorrow, she can't even fit this shirt. And I can wash them as much as I want to and they do not get tore up. Please.
Hey, I never knew that serving God would come with so much tribulation. The trials will like never stop, plus the constant battle with Satan. Dying daily to myself, cause if I don't, I ain't gonna make it. But I'm covered by his blood, so if I fall, no condemnation. But I never knew what it really took to be a child of God. You can't be living in your sin if he inside your heart. Cause the truth is few are chosen, but many are called. And if you called, then he set you apart to find you when you lost. He sent his son to be that light to lead you out the dark. And he gon' show you how to move and change the way you talk. People gon' bash you with opinions and all of their thoughts, but they did the same thing to the Lord and he was sent from God. But Lord forgive them cause they know not what they do. Regardless what they do to me, I'ma forever speak the truth. Yeah, they might get killed the body, but the spirit bulletproof. And the day I leave this earth, I know I'm coming back to you.
Could you grab me a purple wipe, please?
Yeah, just let me put on some gloves.
Wait, what are you doing? Just use your bare hands. You don't need gloves. We do it all the time.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. You can do that. I don't care how many other nurses do that, but this nurse will not be doing that. So I'm going to put on my gloves. I will get you the wipe.
Now, you're not supposed to do this, but this how I do it. Now, you also not supposed to do this, but this how I do it. Nobody showed me this, but I'm telling you, okay? So don't tell nobody. This how I do it.
Oh no, I'm in a medical emergency and I need an alcohol pad. It's a medical emergency.
Am I weird for like wanting my babies to be born with a lot of vernix? Y'all, because I'm telling you, just like breast milk is liquid gold, vernix is right up there, okay? Because you can't create it. You can't demand how much your baby's born with. It's kind of like just something God give them. And I love it. I take advantage of it. And this time, just like with their Mosa, I gave King David his first bath in the hospital with mommy. I used a lavender antibacterial soap that's homemade, made out of mango and shea butter, and opted out. He enjoyed it, you guys. Giving really King a bath. My husband had to help me. He was recording. You know, is that when I started shampooing King's hair with this bar, the last time I was going to sleep, as I have surgery next month to make sure I was making sure I was gentle, and I made sure to rinse it all off. I didn't get any in his eyes, of course, because homemade soap isn't tear-free.
Okay, make sure it's on low.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Oh, hey, Purple Wipe, how'd your night go?
No, actually, it wasn't that bad until you made me wipe down that sink.
What was wrong with the sink?
Well, for starters, I had to sit there and watch you Vaseline your triple-gloved finger and disinfect that patient. Look at Vaseline.
Come on, he's fine.
I mean, just look at him. I don't think he's ever going to recover from this.
Why?
And to be honest, when the patient grabbed a washcloth, some soap, and started to clean his backside, I thought it was kind of a good idea. Until he used that you-know-what covered washcloth to start wiping down the sink. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Here's what your specialty definitely says about you. Cardiac. Right here are my people. You guys are too busy out there breaking my heart but fixing everyone else's. I have scientific evidence that cardiac nurses are the most attractive specialty. I believe I've fallen in love with every cardiac nurse I've known for at least 10 minutes. Y'all are about to send me into VTAC. All right, who's next?
God damn. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God. What?
Okay. Make sure it's on low.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this.
Today might be the day. It might be the day that I just. You know what I mean? Today might be the day.
And I wanna say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
Okay. Make sure it's on low. Okay. Make sure it's on low. Okay. Make sure it's on low.
And I'm dreaming right where I belong. Here we lie all alone in my dreaming.
I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. Santa may kiss you well, but I would just give that woman a burn. See what that says about me? It says not a skin or baby wipe. If you think I'm bad for lips, I'm real bad for a butthole. Nothing against Santa, but I'm in the hospital there. 365 days a year, every night, killing viruses. Kill it up! That a Philly cheesesteak? Any X-ray techs out there, I gotta say, if you're doing portables, use me on your IR and use me on the grid every time. And always, when you use me, wear gloves, because I will burn you for life. Dumb ways to die.
Hey y'all, so let's get into it. So let's go over the Santa Claus wipes. So my absolute favorite are the purple wipes. These are probably the most common. You see those in nursing school and in pretty much any healthcare facility. It covers a lot of viruses and bacteria. It's used on surfaces. The next is the orange top. The orange top contains bleach. Make sure you're careful with these because they can bleach your clothes. This one is also, in addition to all the stuff that the purple wipes cover, it's effective on C. diff as well on surfaces. Then we have the gray top. So the gray top is used to disinfect equipment. For example, we have a sauna site at my job and we use it for that. Make sure that you are using gloves with all of these wipes and make sure that you're paying attention to the dry time. For the purple wipes, it's 2 minutes. The orange wipes is 4 minutes. And then the gray top is 3 minutes. Comment below.
We're always doing too much, man. What is this alcohol?
That's what I always do, and they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Because you're too streetwise?
Now, here's the thing about all those postpartum supplies. Everything that is going to be in your room that you specifically have used or in your baby's bassinet is going to be for single patient use. And what that means is if you leave it there, we are going to throw it away because it's not sanitary to use it with the next patient. You also have already kind of paid for all of these things. And while most of these things given to you, you are not individually charged for like each pair of panties that you wear. What will happen is you have like a global supply charge or a labor and delivery postpartum supply charge that was probably pretty hefty. So I'm of the mindset that we should be hoarding all of these things. Now, the one thing that you often cannot take is going to be the baby blankets. And that is because those are rented by the hospital, much like the gowns or the linen that goes on the bed. They're laundered and reused in between patients. So I would definitely ask if you're planning on taking one of those, but you can definitely take home your baby's first hat. What kinds of things did you get supplied to you in the hospital? Was there other things that you needed to bring from home? I'd love to hear all about it, and make sure to follow along for pregnancy, birth, and postpartum content.
Everything took. I mean, fucked up. Body wash took. Lotion took. towels, to milk, to this, to Pampers, to water wipes, to nipples, to nose thing, to all that, nothing. This thing, to gloves, this, to ice packs, to this, to
All right, guys, so let's talk about something that is often not talked about a lot in healthcare, which is these Sani wipes. These Sani wipes are very powerful cleaning wipes that typically are used in patient care areas. That way it can take all the bacteria and everything that the patient leaves behind. But these are very powerful and very harmful to your local healthcare provider. So when you are using these wipes, it is very important that you use gloves because this can cause liver damage. It is said to cause cancer, and there are so many other things that health effects that can cause if you are constantly around these wipes and if you are constantly using them. So just remember to always use your gloves when handling these wipes. Also, guys, how cute is my shirt? Look at that. It is on my Etsy store, so if you are looking to get one, please go in my link and buy one. But they're so cute.
Now, come on, get up. Come on, get up out of it. Come on. Get up out of it. Come on. Get up out of it. Pull through it.
It's just alcohol.
No, it's not. It's causes cancer.
Pues, if I'm gonna go with clean Crocs.
Now, you're not supposed to do this, but this how I do it. Now, you also not supposed to do this, but this how I do it. Nobody showed me this, but I'm telling you, okay? So don't tell nobody. All right, this how I do it.
And to all y'all in the hospital using them purple wipes without no gloves, don't worry, it's gonna catch up to you. Your hand gonna go from well done to medium rare. The only finger that's gonna be working is the one that you use to pick it up. Y'all think it's a game? Keep playing.
With this flu that's going around, I need purple wipes. Who has the plug? Is that something you can just buy? I'm talking about the hospital grade purple wipes that they use to wipe down the OR and they use to wipe down everything. Because a mask, I wear masks when I'm out on public transportation and stuff like that. But I need some octane gas. I need the purple wipes. Because I had a friend who just had the flu. They were sick for 10 days. 10 days. I can't take 10 days off work. So if you know how to get the purple wipes, if you have the plug, if you have the hookup, because I'm willing to buy at this point. I'm willing. Shit, I might be willing. No, never mind. I'm not even going to say that out loud. Something about taking them. But yeah, I used to work at a hospital. When I had them motherfuckers, I was never sick. Never sick.
Now, come on, get up. Come on, get up out of it. Come on. Get up out of it. Come on. Get up out of it. Pull through.
Hey guys, so I was set up. I'm in the bathroom. It's a little small one, and I had to use the bathroom, right? And anyways, I'm just gonna make this quick. I thought that these were wipes for your business because I was sitting there next to the toilet, and Yeah, my butthole burns.
For everybody out there who's raw dogging them purple wipes, let me put you onto something. It's called reading. Not a skin wipe. If on skin, rinse immediately with plenty of water for 15 to 20 minutes. So you're telling me you guys have an extra 15 to 20 minutes per wipe? Nah.
Hell is optional. Hell is optional. I don't know why people keep talking about why would God, if he's such a good and loving God, send people to hell. Hell is optional. It is not mandatory. So if you don't want to go, then don't go. Repent and give your life to Jesus.
New York Chinese food has fallen off. I don't want the lady taking my order telling me 10 minutes to cook my food. What happened to all the dudes that used to in the back? They don't even give fortune cookies with your meal no more. You used to get this with every meal. The only upgrades I've seen in the last 20 years is we went from styrofoam, big staples, to plastic, to more plastic. There's never been a new item in the Chinese spot. What happened to all the kids that used to take my order and do their math homework at the same time? I used to do Chinese food weekly. I don't do that no more. It just don't taste like it used to be. I still mess with the iced teas where they cut it off the top with a razor blade. Dirty ass fucking razor blade they open boxes with. They cut my fucking iced tea with. That's all 4C iced tea anyway. The quality's not there like it used to be. This chicken be gummy as hell. You eating it, wondering if it's chicken or not. The goddamn wings will have feathers on it sometimes. Like, you effing up, bro. Chinese restaurants are falling down the same path as New York pizza. When they went dollar slices, it ruined all of Midtown pizza. Man, get your shit together, please. Renovate a little. Give me a new item. I really miss this shit.
Praise the Lord, my soul. Oh, my soul.
Bro, I just seen somebody say, don't celebrate and sin what you achieve through prayer.
Something good gonna happen in this year, and I am grateful that I made it here. Yesterday's gone and a new day has appeared.
We got this Gatorade, and I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't hydrate you. For one, it has 34 grams of sugar and 34 added grams of sugar. So it will never hydrate you. So when you got your kids playing sports, stop buying this Gatorade. We got this real hydration watermelon slim fit, natural cold press watermelon drink. No added sugar, straight off the farm. We at the same spot, 20220 Frederick Road. Come get hydrated. Germantown, Maryland, 20876. Meet me there.
If the people in a home or a town refuse to welcome you or listen to you, then leave that place and shake the dust off your feet.
I ain't afraid of no demon. As a matter of fact, if I see you, you got to flee, because I come in the name of the Lord. And the word of God said that at the very mention of that name, every knee will bow and every tongue will...
Most people don't know this, but this was the first fruit man ever planted. Before wheat, before grapes, before anything. It's called the fig. They dug up figs in the Jordan Valley over 11,000 years old, 1,000 years older than the first wheat. This fruit came before farming itself. And here's the strange part. A fig isn't really a fruit at all. It's a flower, one that blooms on the inside, sealed up where no one can see it. There was a reason the old world built their lives around this tree. It gave them 3 crops a year, food when nothing else would grow. A man could live off it, and it wasn't just filling. Inside that little flower is a load of the minerals a body runs short on. Magnesium for your muscle, potassium that keeps your blood pressure down, and your heart steady. The old folks soaked a few overnight and drank the water in the morning. Kept everything moving, kept a man regular, kept him going. The Greeks tied this fruit to strength and to fertility. They fewed it to their athletes and handed it to newlyweds. Same fruit, both reasons. 11,000 years man has been planting this tree, the very first thing we ever chose to grow. There was a reason then, and it's still here now.
Carnival cruise warning. If you have a Carnival cruise coming up, or you know someone who's getting ready to take a Carnival cruise, share this video with them, because if you're the one that's going, you could be in danger. And if they're going, they can be in danger. Let's get into it. So currently, a Florida man is suing Carnival Cruise Line for $5 million. Yes, you heard me right. Now, why is this man suing Carnival Cruise Line? Because he received second-degree burns on the bottom of his feet. Now, how could this possibly happen? Well, he decided on the Carnival Magic to go to the Lido deck and take a dip in the swimming pool. And once he was done swimming, he decided to head over back to his lounge chair. But from the pool to his lounge chair, he was walking barefoot and received second-degree burns on the bottom of his feet. Now, listen, I know many of you are like, where was his flip-flops? Where was his water shoes? And yes, you can be completely right. But listen to this. The manufacturers of the material that the Lido deck is made out of warned Carnival back in 2014 that the material absorbs the radiation from the sun and grows to extreme dangerous temperatures. Carnival Cruise decided to continue to use this same material on its entire fleet. Okay, no warning signs put up, nothing, no precautions or anything telling people to make sure they are wearing shoes on the deck or anything. Now it gets worse. There have been 43 passenger complaints, 25 passengers have been burned, and 2 of them had to get their legs amputated because their burns were so severe, they received an infection and had to get their legs amputated. Is this not dangerous? I cannot believe this. This is absolutely horrifying. Now, if you have ever experienced the Lido deck getting to an extreme temperature where it just made you really uncomfortable or hurt your bare feet, please drop down in the comments and tell us about it. I have not experienced this myself, but so many people cruise Carnival all the time. I mean, back to back to back. And I have not heard of this. This is my first time hearing of this. And I book Carnival cruise all the time for my clients. Listen, I knock out a Carnival group cruise almost every other month. Okay, so I have not heard this from any of my clients, and they may be just the people that wear their shoes around the pool and things like this. Things like that. But there are people like myself who will walk up barefoot getting out of the pool. I don't want to be in the pool with my water shoes or my flip-flops. And sometimes I just set them on the side of the pool, not too far away, because I don't like to.
This is the $7 billion black man. Everyone is shocked to see his name on the Forbes blacklist, but the truth is his mom is black and his father is Jewish. His mother, Leah James Karp, was born in Illinois and is an artist. One of her most notable collections is called More in Black Murder. In response to the Atlanta child murders between 1979 and 1981, at least 29 black kids, teens, and young adults were kidnapped and had their lives taken. It's virtually impossible to find pictures of his family, which I think is intentional. However, this is his uncle, Gerald James, who is an African-American history professor at Yale. So yes, the creator of Palantir, the $7 billion man, Alex Karp, is a black man.
Meet Alex Karp, the disturbing CEO of one of the most disturbing and largest tech companies in the US, Palantir, which is worth more than $250 billion. Why is Palantir disturbing? Well, in its own words, it wants to become the central operating system of the US government, and it's making substantial progress on that goal. Palantir has gotten rich from making project after project with the government for years. Most recently, they just got $30 million to build an immigration OS. But Palantir becoming one of the 10 biggest tech companies in the US off the back of the US government is not even the most disturbing thing about them. What's most disturbing about them is their CEO's philosophy. You see, Alex here is not satisfied with running a $300 billion company. He wants the US to make more war so he can make more money. In fact, he's such a warmonger that he wants all of Silicon Valley to orient itself around making more weapons and empowering the US for war. And Alex did not make these comments in isolation. He he wrote an entire book about them. Alex, for cheering for more war while you profit shamelessly off the U.S. government, you just made the B3 list, a podcast about dumb, desperate, and diabolical business decisions.
I love the idea of getting a drone and having light fentanyl-laced urine spraying. Our primary mission is, in fact, to set a global standard for the world for behavior. Our product is used on occasion to kill people.
This is drone targeting, or what is this?
Targeting of all kinds. You need to wake up scared and go to bed scared. Safe means that the other person is scared. So the primary source of death in Palestine is the fact that Hamas has realized that there are millions and millions of useful idiots. You show me rates of anti-Semitism, I'll show you the health of your culture. Do not treat all cultures as equal. We're going to either have AI and determine the rules, or our adversaries will have it and they'll determine the rules. There were, unfortunately, way too many people on October 7th who were happy. Palantir is here to disrupt and, when it's necessary, to scare enemies and, on occasion, kill them. Oh. Yeah. And, you know, well, if you, do you want to hear my answer? Okay. So, I think the primary cause of death to Palestinians, okay, do you want to hear the answer, or do you want to yell? Well, you don't want to hear an answer? Obviously. So the primary source of death in Palestine is the fact that Hamas has realized that there are millions and millions of useful idiots that will...
Can we get security up there?
Mostly...
You're worth 17 billion or 18 billion, but most people don't realize that you came from very little. You told me a story about a jewelry store in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania. You grew up in the Philadelphia suburbs. There was a landlord there who owned a jewelry store. Do tell.
Well, it's in the book. And honestly, there's so many stories I would not have told, not because my mom was totally fucked.
Someone helped her.
I paid them back.
And that person was a landlord, gave her and you a place to live. And they still own a jewelry store. And how did you...
I just buy a lot of stuff from them.
To this day?
Yeah.
And what is there for others to learn from that?
Very few people will help you. And it's like her... the helping my mom, Mrs. Schneider, kind of helped me. A bunch of people. In general, people don't help you, which is totally okay. But the ones that do are special.
Alex, as always, we have a lot of individual investors on the line. Is there anything you'd like to say before we end the call?
We're doing it. We're doing it. And I'm sure you're enjoying this as much as I am. Let's not talk to analysts about the burden of being right, our burdens of investing in ontology, our burdens of actually looking at the math, the burden of reading what the rule of 40 is, the burden of being honest about what an enterprise software company is, or the burden of explaining to your friends that you're really happy. Maybe we should just stop talking about it. I'm very happy to have you along for the journey, and you are partners for us. Every Palantirian, we are crushing it. Everyone else who's listening, we are dedicating our company. We have dedicated our company to the service of the West and the United States of America, and we're super proud of the role we play, especially in places we can't talk about. And we love our success in the U.S. and globally. Also, you know, we are doing in the United Kingdom and many other places. Palantir is here to disrupt and make the institutions we partner with the very best in the world. And when it's necessary, to scare enemies and on occasion kill them. And we hope you're in favor of that.
I truly didn't understand why it's so damn hard to get a job.
There's a name to what's happening to Black women right now.
And this billionaire CEO of Palantir just said it out loud.
If you're a Black woman, you want to listen to this. Company named Palantir was awarded $13.7 billion in contracts in 2025.
And their software now runs inside of 10 federal agencies. Stay with me.
These are some of the same agencies that Black women built careers that no one could discriminate them out of. And now Palantir,
their AI is running inside those same buildings, deciding who gets fired, who gets laid off, and who gets audited. The same AI that replaced Black people in government is similar to the AI running the applicant tracking systems now. And the Palantir CEO, the one in those 10 agencies, says that highly educated Democratic female voters will suffer the most because of it.
Here's what you can do about that right now. Step 1, before you apply to your next job, to type this prompt into Claude.
This prompt is going to help you identify 3 roles where AI is creating new jobs and help you get past the ATS system. These were my results. It also gave me keywords to use.
Step 2, we're going to name our value.
Google Cultural Intelligence, or CQ. It is a measurable skill Fortune 500 companies are paying for right now. Go ahead and screenshot this language for your next resume.
Step 3, add 1 AI skill on top of the skills that you already have. I'm talking about AI writing, prompt engineering, AI architecting, or even data engineering. You can even do AI agent development. The World Economic Forum confirmed that AI skills can boost your salary up to 23%. Send this to a Black woman, a Black person who needs to hear this. And I want you to drop Yes Kez in the comments if you want me to host a free AI class.
Hello, I'm Palantir CEO Alex Karp. I just posted on Twitter that we should bring back the draft so that in future wars, everyone shares the risk and cost. Hello, I'm a veteran. That is bullshit, because the last time we did a draft, all the rich people got deferments. So why do you actually want to bring back the draft? As an active duty member of the military, you'll be subject to the UCMJ, and you can be prosecuted if you speak disrespectfully of the president, speak at a political rally, volunteer for a political candidate, help them raise money, or write a letter endorsing them. You can't even drive people to the polls on election day. And even if you didn't do any of that, they still might charge you for sedition if you tell your fellow troops to not follow illegal orders. How does that keep anyone safe? Safe means the other person is scared.
There is basically no conflict in the world where Palantir is not the first call.
Well, I love the idea of getting a drone and having light fentanyl-laced urine spraying on analysts who tried to screw us.
I had all sorts of fantasies of using drone-enabled technology to exact revenge, especially targeted in violation of all norms.
The rights you give up will be used against you.
I believe that someday almost everyone in this audience is going to agree with me. You may not like me now, but you're going to agree later. And I'll also tell you something. Look to the left, look to the right. The person you think is offended by this actually agrees with me. That is 100% true. Okay, well, okay, sorry. And yeah, it's 100% true. And keep that in mind. I'll tell you a secret that I hope the New York Times and the Washington Post doesn't listen to.
And including in Silicon Valley is how disruptive these technologies are. If you are going to disrupt the economic and therefore political power significantly of one party space, highly educated, often female voters who vote mostly Democrat, and military and working class people who do not feel supported, and you feel like you believe that that's going to work out politically, you're in an insane asylum. Like, that you cannot have it. This technology disrupts humanity's trained, largely Democratic voters, and makes their economic power less.
What is not shocking is that Palantir CEO Alex Karp publicly shared that he plans for his AI technology to make female and Democrat voters less powerful in America. But what is shocking is that his dumpster fire of a PR team wasn't able to rush on stage and physically wrestle the microphone away from his hands before he shared this publicly on TV.
Hey guys, good afternoon. So I was just reading the electric bike laws in Guyana. I don't think you all know what an electric bike is. So I'm going to put two pictures. on this screen. One of an electric bike, which you do not need a license or registration for, or fitness, none of that for. And I'll show you the one that you need to have a license and registration and fitness for. Okay? And that one is called an electric moped. And I just saw this video on my friend's page that he did, my friend page that he did. And everything that was in that picture was not electric bike. They were electric mopeds. And those things, they need to have a license to ride those, and they must be registered, even here in America. So I don't know who told you all that these were electrical bicycles. They're not. Those are electrical mopeds. They're similar to a motorbike, and they're similar to a scooter. And y'all know what a scooter is. Years ago, we used to ride it, and we had to get a license to ride it. So I understand why they want only people over 16 to ride these things, because they go faster than a bicycle by far. Okay, this goes between 25 miles to 40 miles per hour. So these are not regular bicycles or electrical bicycle. Electrical bicycle goes between 15 to 20 miles. A moped goes from 20 miles and up to 40 miles per hour they go to. So these things can go fast. So if the government is asking you to register these mopeds, not electrical bikes, electrical mopeds, then they are correct. I'm going to post the two pictures now.
What up, folks? Now, as a lot of people been finding out, the word NASA in Hebrew means deceiver, right? So I was curious to know and find out what did NASA means backwards, which spell out the word Asan. So I looked up the meaning of the word Asan, and it was shocking. The word Asan actually means Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva. You can see it right here. And I find it quite interesting that CERN was doing rituals to the Lord Shiva. As you can see, this is the deity, aka fallen angel, that they have at CERN, which is called Shiva. And we all know that CERN is satanic. Their whole logo spell out 666. And also within a logo, it almost looked like an eclipse. The two circles. But my overall point of this video is NASA means deceiver in Hebrew. And when spelled backwards, it's a sun, which actually means Lord Shiva. And it's the same deity that CERN was doing, making rituals to. I don't think that's a coincidence. I believe NASA and CERN work together. NASA's deceiving the world, and CERN is opening up portals, trying to release something demonic. I mean, I'm tripping or what? Share your thoughts in the comments, like and follow.
Can't forget that, walking the light. I can spin back, answer the call. This a dispatch, all of my sin. Got it detached, yeah. This ain't no fable, man, people the witnesses. Peter the 12, let's take this to Genesis. Say that sin ain't no Christ, ain't no bending this. Jesus in victory, still in it. Yes, indeed. I remember them days on my knees. Praying God, won't you come and intervene? I encountered the one who redeems. Christ had a baby. He hung on the cross, they thought it was a loss. Then he came back and rose up like a boss. He paid the price, I couldn't count the cost, man. Jesus is the King and he's alive.
Back right now? Yeah. They giving back. I fuck with it. I love that shit. What you got right here? I got chopped cheeses and shit. No way. A burrito for it? Yeah, I got. Oh yeah, you got put extra grab in there, right? Yeah, let's see it though. Yeah. One of those to the back. You gotta launch it, yeah. Overhand. I'll take them. Yo, careful. Oh, we got waters too, yo. This is the man of the people right now. Yo. Yo, can we get the water, you know?
Divine got food we be eating. I ain't talking about that eating, though that happen if ain't eating. If you didn't get the meaning, you should really do some reading. Born and sin just like a heathen until Jesus came redeeming. Hear the truth, son. AKA the one you come and do, hun. Resurrected, tell me what a hater gonna do, none.
Espera, tem uma preguiça ali. Ai, não. Nossa senhora.
Black people, I know y'all looking for accountability from the Asian community regarding Rick Chow and the murder that he committed. So on behalf of the Asian community, I take accountability for this man's actions. He was absolutely wrong for chasing Cyrus once Cyrus left the store. They wasn't even sure if the kid did anything wrong, which it turned out he didn't do anything wrong. So they chased him for nothing. But even if he did steal a bottle of water, 2 bottles of water, or 10 bottles of water, once he leaves the store, you don't chase. You're not only putting other people's lives at risk, you're putting you and your son's lives at risk. All for what? A bottle of water? So yeah, fuck that. He's wrong. And I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm standing on that. But now, black folks, you see what I just did? And I did that from the bottom of my heart because I genuinely believe that he was wrong. But when things happen to Asians from the black folks, we gonna need y'all to take some accountability as well. It's only right. Accountability for what? We don't even do nothing to y'all, y'all might say. Okay, y'all might just not know. Well, let me put y'all on. Right here, an 84-year-old man was in front of his house minding his own business, and a young black man ran up on him and violently pushed him so hard that he died. This woman right here was in the train station waiting to go home and was pushed in front of a train to her death for no reason. And right here, this man right here followed this woman right here to her home and stabbed her repeatedly until she died. And then you got famous black rappers like YG who made a song exclusively talking about robbing Asian homes called Meet the Flockers. Find a Chinese neighborhood because they don't believe in bank accounts. I mean, just imagine if a Chinese rapper made a song about shooting black kids that stole from the store. Man, y'all wouldn't like that one bit, and y'all would demand accountability. Because why? Because that ain't right. Some of y'all might say, well, it's just a song. It's not like they're really doing that. Wrong. That song and others like it created an epidemic, and it prompted people like him and a whole bunch of other people to target and rob Asian people. Well, y'all, I understand the Cyrus murder was uncalled for. And I get it. Y'all upset. Y'all want to do a boycott. Y'all want to ban Asian businesses. I'm not against it. If that's how y'all feel, that's how y'all feel. Shouldn't nobody tell y'all what to do with y'all money. But let's be fair. Just like when y'all see all them examples I just showed, y'all probably was like, Well, that's just dumb. That's not all black people, and you're absolutely right. But on the same token, Rick Chow doesn't represent all Asian people. That's him, not all of us.
I'm not gonna say who did because I wasn't there, but hip hop is an American culture. Hip hop is a New York City culture.
Finish?
Yeah.
Hip hop is Black American culture. It didn't start with anybody but us, and everybody else participated in that culture because hip hop is Black culture. When we first got on the microphone, and spit lyrics on the microphone, what was we talking about? We was talking about the injustice. No, you hold up, man. Let me get it out because this is all facts. This is not what you want the definition to be. You can't create my definition. So when we got on the mic and spoke and spit rhymes, we talked about Black culture. We talked about being oppressed, slavery, okay, and killed by police, injustices, systematic racism. We wasn't talking about any. This is how hip hop spread it, brother. Hip hop was created out of poverty. It was created out of poverty. Wait a minute, I'm listening, and it spread it again around the world. You understand? Okay. This is no. I conclude by saying it's Black culture, brother. Period. Hip hop and Black culture is one and the same. No. Hip hop is Black culture. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? You see a Chinese man, right? You see a Chinese man, but when you speak, no. You need to listen. When you speak, the way you dress, your mannerisms and everything, that's fucking Black man coming out of you, bro. Nothing about you is Chinese but the way you look. And that's Black culture. What is you talking about?
What's the definition?
What are you talking about?
What is the definition?
Ain't nothing about you Chinese but the way you look. Everything about you is me.
Of culture.
Everything about you is me, bro.
What?
And you ain't taking accountability. What I'm just saying is we have respect for everybody else's culture and know our rightful place and give respect. We let China give y'all your comfortability, y'all just take advantage. And now you claiming it. Like, be a part of it, but know your place.
Bro, what's the definition? Oh, my people. Can I get a hello? Hello. Hey, yo, if you're not following me, make sure you hit that follow button, like, comment, and share your thoughts at the end of the video. Hello? Hey, yo, for y'all people don't know who this is, I'm gonna let y'all know very quick. He go by the name of China Mac. He's from Brooklyn, New York, and he's a rapper. You probably never heard none of his music like me, and I don't think I plan to. But anyway, he sat down with Jesse Lee Patterson, you know what I mean? And pretty much he spoke about, you know what I mean, the drugs and guns, you know what I mean, and racism that happens in our community. Like, and I want y'all to pay attention very closely of what China Mac said. Hello? Like, first and foremost, he shouldn't be speaking about race. Like, you know what I mean? Just because you grew up around Black people, you not us. You didn't go through the same struggles we went through. That's another story. But I want to know who be making these people famous and giving these fucking people voices, because his reaction was like crazy. I'm like, this dude, he needs some fucking professional help because he actually lost. Leave your thoughts after seeing this video. Hello?
The donkey's voice.
Do you believe racism exists? Absolutely. And where's your proof of that?
My proof?
Yes.
When's the last time you stepped inside of a prison?
About a year or two.
Okay. Where was this prison at?
Up north.
Where?
Up in, I believe we were up in the Fresno area, somewhere up in there.
How many Black people did you see?
A truckload. Everybody and their mama.
I think that's every state.
Right.
I think that's a pure sign of racism to me.
That's your proof?
I think so.
Is your proof that blacks in prison, that's a proof of racism?
Yep.
Had they not done the crime, would they be doing the time?
Yeah, but it's bigger than the crime, my friend.
How is that?
Because it's all right. So, what I know about prison, and I have a lot of experience in prison. Prison is a business, right?
Yeah, of course.
Prison.
It should be.
So when prison is a business, somebody has to fill these prisons because the money needs to be made, correct? Right. So like if you have a pig farm and you run out of pigs, what the fuck is going on? You got to go find some pigs, correct?
Right.
Okay. So when you have a prison and there's a fucking business, you have to find prisoners, correct?
Right.
Okay. Hold on. Let me. Hold up. Let me finish. Don't you cut me off. Do not cut me. Hold up. Don't ask me a question before I finish.
No,
Zip it. Listen, hold on. I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
If they didn't do the crime,
I'm not.
Why can't you answer the question? We don't have much time.
Finished. So let me finish, and then we won't do this. Hold up. Zip. Okay. So what I'm saying is the prisons have to be filled, and somebody has to fill them. So if there are people in position of this country, and the majority of the people are black, that's a sign of racism to me.
So if they didn't do the crime, would they be doing the time?
How are the drugs brought into how are drugs, guns, and everything else brought into these areas? Why is this so prevalent in these areas and it's not in other areas? That's a question, because that immediately results in crime. Do you agree?
No.
You don't agree. You don't agree that if we populate drugs, if we make drugs accessible right here and guns accessible right here to these people that don't have shit, that's not gonna increase crime?
That's not racism.
Why not? How is that not racism?
Because it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Racism does not exist.
It's a made-up lie. May I tell you why?
Amazing. Who is this guy? Like, what the hell? What the fuck am I at right now? What is this?
And so I grew up under the Jim Crow law. You ever heard of that?
Yes. So that's not racism?
On a plantation. I was born and raised on a plantation in Alabama. Wow. Not one time did anyone in my family pick up guns or take drugs or hate white people or blame anyone for their situation. And we grew up in a tin-roof home, outdoors bathroom. If that causes crime, why didn't I see it then?
Because maybe drugs wasn't made available.
No,
there's different things.
No, they're around.
Well, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and try to debate with you on what I believe, and I think a lot of people out there, hey guys, everybody, I think a lot of people is gonna agree that drugs and guns is gonna and poverty is going to enhance criminal behavior. It's just going to promote it, right? So now, what I'm telling you is, how can you come from the Jim Crow? How can you come from a plantation and not believe that there is racism? Like, that's like fucking retarded to me. I don't even understand that shit.
Because it doesn't exist. It's a made-up lie by the children of the lie.
So you remind me of this officer that was in jail with me before that. He was an officer there.
Was he black?
And he was black, but he said that he wasn't black. He said he was actually French Canadian.
Oh. Yeah. So he really wasn't black?
No, he was black like you. He was black. I mean, are you black?
From a different country?
Are you black?
As an ace of spades.
So, I mean...
But let me ask you this. If these people who take these drugs and commit these crimes and do anything, if they had character, if they were men and women of character, would they be doing that?
Would they be doing what?
Killing and using drugs and things like that.
Listen, let me tell you something.
You're not answering that question.
No, I'm about to tell you something right now. I'm about to answer it right now.
You're not answering my question.
I am about to. Have you ever seen a drug addict?
Yeah.
Okay. Drugs fuck people up. They turn people into different shit.
Right.
So when you put drugs into play, it turns people into different people. Different fucking things start working.
What's wrong with them before they take the drug that causes them to take drugs? What made them take
the same thing that's wrong with you, or the same thing that's wrong with me, or the same thing, if they seen it all their lives, if they seen it, if they seen people using drugs all their lives, then it becomes normal.
My son grew up in New York. My son grew up in New York. He lived.
Your son is one person.
He lived around.
Your son is one person.
Take drugs.
Your son is
there
one
were
person.
People in his family on his mother's side who drank, who took drugs, who did all those things. He had friends going through school who did it. He never did it at all.
That's one person. That's one. How can you judge a whole nation of people and a whole group of people by one person? That's fucking retarded.
If a man or a woman or a child had a man or woman of character, would they do drugs?
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yo, man. How you doing today?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Can you answer that? If they had character, if they were men and women of character.
I think I answered this like 30 times already, man. Like,
I'm black and slow.
You're gonna keep on.
If they
you say you're black, you're slow. What'd you say?
I'm black and slow, so it take me a little while. So
amazing.
If men and women of character, would they do drugs or kill others if they had character?
Explain of character. Explain that to me.
If they loved all people.
If they loved all people, would they take drugs?
Right.
I believe so.
I just want to say this. I do believe racism does exist. I do believe that a lot of black men and women was falsely incarcerated. Yes. But I also do believe we all have choices. Just because the drugs and guns wasn't brought over here by us don't mean you had to go that fucking route. Figure it out. We all came from the struggle. His issue is he's still institutionalized, like respectfully. Like he said he got experience of being in prison. Yeah, change your fucking mindset. Stop blaming everybody on your issues. I could tell he's still stuck in the past. And he probably, I don't wish this on nobody, but he probably gonna go back in that motherfucker because he sound like he missing it. Leave y'all thoughts after seeing this video. Hello?
He's wrong. And I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm standing on that.
A Chinese influencer says he is not against Black people boycotting Asian-owned businesses to support more Black-owned businesses.
The Cyrus murder was uncalled for. And I get it. Y'all upset. Y'all want to do a boycott. Y'all want to ban Asian businesses. I'm not against it. If that's how y'all feel, that's how y'all feel. Shouldn't nobody tell y'all what to do with y'all money.
And then he elaborates on accountability from the Asian community.
I know y'all looking for accountability from the Asian community regarding Rick Chow and the murder that he committed. So on behalf of the Asian community, I take accountability for this man's actions. He was absolutely wrong for chasing Cyrus once Cyrus left the store. They wasn't even sure if the kid did anything wrong, which it turned out he didn't do anything wrong. So they chased him for nothing. But even if he did steal a bottle of water, 2 bottles of water, or 10 bottles of water, once he leaves the store, you don't chase. You're not only putting other people's lives at risk, you're putting you and your son's lives at risk. All for what? A bottle of water?
Chinese spirit being crushed. Faith in humanity, no faith in humanity. Faith in humanity, no faith in humanity.
Sorry, I'm late. There was a little snowflake on the elevator, so I had to take the stairs.
Me too.
Careful, Dre. Someone's out there setting traps.
I don't understand. Why are you two so afraid of a baby?
We don't have the luxury of being helpful because we're instantly seen as threats.
Well, that's just common sense.
I see any adult male as a threat. The point is, we can't get away with half the stuff that you guys do.
Look, I'm sorry I'm late, boss. There's a little white girl in the elevator. Almost had me. I saw my freedom flash right before my eyes.
So some of my coworkers didn't get it, but I knew my family would.
I married a monster.
To be fair, as a Black man, we can never be too careful. I remember my first little white girl in an elevator. the right thing, son. Proud of you.
You're proud of him?
Damn proud.
Okay, this is insane. What do you think would have happened if you'd helped the little white girl?
I'm gonna help you find your mom, okay? All right. Do you know what floor she's on?
So, Andre, what were your plans here today?
No, okay, I get it. You had to be guarded to survive the NWA 80s, but it is Drake Summer 16. You don't have to be guarded anymore.
Whatever. All right, I'm not gonna let you take this away from me. Pops is proud of me. Damn proud.
It was because, well, I wouldn't say the majority of reason of why that was so is, I'm sure a piece of, like a good part of it was that we didn't want to give it to our own people, you know what I'm saying? But another big part of it was that we knew that when we do that in our own neighborhood, it's gonna make us hot.
这是中国地盘，跟他说在这儿，一会儿贼里边。这意思，全中国美国今天。要推上去。推上去。哎呀，好幸福，好幸福。
Nah, I know that we as people have came a long way, but it's crazy how like shit like this goes through your head sometimes. Like it's just like the day and age we are in, it's just like, why are people still this way? Like these are just two regular people. Like why can't y'all, you know what I'm saying? Let them be together. Like what's so wrong that she's with a black person? Like what is so crazy about that? And I know that not every experience has been like this for other people, but I don't know how it is out there, but this is just wild. Like, come on, I just gotta wrap that shit up for real. Like that shit dealt with.
I am in China right now, and I felt like it was right to get involved in this discourse about the Natasha doll as someone who is live and direct here. I was in the shop the other day and I saw Natasha dolls. So they are actually being sold. Like this was a souvenir shop in, I want to say it was in Chongqing. I could be wrong. It might have been Chengdu. I will double check. But yeah, these dolls are being sold. Okay. So I saw the doll and I was like, surely not. Surely not. And as much as people say, oh, like it's a toy, it's a stress reliever, like it's supposed to represent the Chinese marriage market and like how people don't want to have kids and it's like a sign of rebellion and whatever, and the skin color makes no difference. It actually does, because that is showing people in China, especially the younger generations who have older generations who may be racist and may promote those ideas onto younger children, that it's okay to hurt Black people. This has literally been shown in the media where Chinese people in Africa are harming Black people. I'm not going to include the footage here because it's actually very triggering, but you can search it up. It does exist. It's not just a toy. And then on top of that, I think just like attitudes towards Black people in general, and I want to touch on like tourism and my experience here just very, very briefly. In the past, like I've been here for like 2 weeks now. I literally straight up got called the N-word to my face. And this was by like a girl who's probably around like 16, and her sister like ran over and like covered her mouth and was like, oh my gosh, and was laughing. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And the girl said it again and like pointed at me. And I was just like, okay, there's no way. And obviously, if you're like big into traveling or you just have TikTok, to be honest, China is becoming very, very popular amongst tourists, especially from the UK, to travel. A lot of cities like Chongqing are like getting a lot of attention in the media, and yeah, it's driving a lot more tourism. But I don't think that people are making the connection between the tourism and the racism you face when you get here. The actual fact that like you go into a souvenir shop to buy like a magnet for your friend back home, and you're faced with this Natasha doll that people are beating up on the internet. You then walk out of that shop and like in the same day, in that evening, you get called the N-word to your face. I don't know what my point is. I just wanted to share that it is very real, and this isn't like been leaked like from China to the outside world, because I know there was a lot of talk about the Chinese firewall and, you know, like about how they control everything coming in and coming out. And it's really weird that like this Natasha doll controversy managed to get out to Western media outlets. But like, this isn't something that like was happening ages ago. Like, it's happening like now. These Natasha dolls are in the store now. People are walking around China calling foreign people the N-words, foreign black people, sorry, the N-words. They are calling foreigners, they're like just shouting at them, pointing at them, like being rude, not like curious, rude. Yeah, I think it's something to say about coming to China, and it's all great to be like, oh yeah, well, you knew what you were like coming for and whatever, but like, it's just disappointing, innit? That's all I got to say.
Hell Street, right? And look, take a look at everybody. Everybody look happy and safe and complacent. It wasn't like this back in the days. I'm telling you, this block was the most dangerous block on the whole Chinatown. Nobody wanted to come on this block unless you had business or unless you was a part of the Flying Dragon gang. And my father was one of the leaders of this gang, and this block was on fire.
This Chinese couple thought that this guy right here could not understand a word that they were saying. And he, in fact, understood everything that they were saying. And he most definitely confronted and checked them about the things that they were saying about him right next to him. Look at this.
This guy is trying to kill my mood, you know. He's just trying to kill my vibe. I don't like racist people at all, you know. I don't like people who are being racist. He's just trying to deny that he wasn't trying to be racist just now, but I could hear him really clearly that he was trying to be racist to me. I know.
So if y'all wasn't reading the text, I'm gonna sum it up for you. This couple right here, it wasn't even a woman at all. But this guy, whenever he walks up next to this dude, what he said was, this dude right here is too black. And the guy that understood him was like, yo, like, that's not nice to say. You shouldn't have said that. Then he was saying he didn't mean it like that, and then tried to say it again. Like, bro, you meant it like that. Word of advice to everybody that's watching this, be nice to people. Like, come on now. You never know who understands you. What if he would have got mad? Then what? Exactly. Just spread love, be nice, or just don't say anything if you don't have anything nice to say. So I look at it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. What would y'all have done in this situation? Let me know in the comments below. Like and follow for more.
What's up, bro? This is the OG. This is China Mac, the OG, the shit.
Anything to say?
I'm ready to get up out of here. We still got 500 plates of food to serve, so they need to hurry up and let me get out so I can go serve some food.
Yes, of course.
And this one is from China. You have come to visit Hong King Kangemi.
We don't say that. You don't say
Hong
ching ching
Kong,
chong.
which
If you say anything ching chong wise, I'm gonna punch one.
Okay.
Hey, you're gonna punch.
Yeah.
It's gonna be spicy.
Wow, from Kangemi, Nairobi. Let's go!
It's been the biggest giveaway ever in Kangemi history. I wish I could have maintained a little bit more order, but it's just hectic out here. People so hungry out here. This truck is stuck in the mud, so they put a wire connected, trying to pull it, and they got the woman in there to make it stronger. Yeah. It's crazy.
Black people, I know y'all looking for accountability from the Asian community regarding Rick Chow and the murder that he committed. So on behalf of the Asian community, I take accountability for this man's actions. But now, black folks, you see what I just did? And I did that from the bottom of my heart. But when things happen to Asians, from the black folks, we gonna need y'all to take some accountability as well. Accountability for what? We don't even do nothing to y'all. Okay, y'all might just not know. Well, let me put y'all on. Right here, an 84-year-old man.
I'm so tired of this tit for tat bullshit because it's hypocritical to say we're going to hold someone from our own community accountable, but then immediately turn around and throw Stop Asian Hate crimes back in black people's faces. Those crimes were horrific and should have never happened. Perpetrators were arrested, prosecuted, and sentenced. We even had a legislation passed to address anti-Asian hate. But why bring it up conveniently right now? Because we're talking about Cyrus Carmack Belton and a community demanding justice and accountability. Those perpetrators were held accountable. Rick Chow is still walking free. Let's not act like the black community did not speak up for Stop Asian Hate. They spread awareness, march alongside with us, show solidarity while dealing with police brutality and their own injustices. Those same anti-black comments we saw during Stop Asian Hate are still happening right now. Oh, but Black Lives Matter, right? Black Lives Matter only speak up whenever it's convenient for them. It's always black people. That's exactly why some black people feel compelled to boycott, because the anti-blackness that people have been talking about for years continue to go unchecked. Instead of simply holding our own accountable, conversation once again gets redirected back onto black people. And China Mac, this is where my issue with you comes in. You've built a career immersed in black culture and hip-hop, a culture pioneered by black Americans, that you spent years downplaying that history, acting like hip-hop is simply American culture, and that black people have nothing to do with it. And let's not forget, you were the same person, arguing about wanting to use the N slur, because your friends said it around you. You even compared it to this racial slur used against Asians. To justify your points, you can't immerse yourself into black culture, build a platform from it, and then act like the people who created it don't get a say. It's giving colonizer culture vulture energy. Giving everyone wants the rhythms but not the blues. It's giving everyone wants to be black until it's time to be black. With that said, do better.
Don't forget me, my friend.
They got the sugar, bro.
I came from
ain't got
Shanghai.
nothing to do with that.
I came from Shanghai.
You gotta talk to him, man. This dude is nuts.
What is not happening, my friend?
I don't have the sugar. You got the sugar, man.
I came from Shanghai.
Oh, shit.
And you don't give me sugar. What do you want from me, my friend? You want me to? No. You want me to cast you? No. I can cast you. No. Give me sugar. Give me sugar.
Back up, bro. Back up.
Give me sugar.
Back up, bro.
Go.
Back up, man. Back up, bro. I'm trying not to do it. Please. I don't want nothing. I'm gonna stay over here. I ain't trying to. I guess he got his sugar.
Someone told me about this very disturbing TikTok trend in China. It feels painful to even describe it, but since I grew up there, I feel obligated to have a few words. So basically, a lot of people in China were filming themselves torturing these dolls that have dark skin. Not just any dolls, but specifically dolls with dark skin, which apparently sends a racist and sadistic message. It really pains me to talk about this. Maybe I could say something like not all Chinese, but it wouldn't mean much, because statistically, the Chinese population, including the immigrants outside China, are still in general pretty racist. There's no way to sugarcoat it. They just are. So I want to talk a little about why, especially since most people in China never had a chance to see a black or brown person up close. Where does this behavior come from? First, I want to say, just as in any country, racism is always highly correlated with ignorance. You need to understand, contrary to what many people may have told you, most parts of China are still highly undereducated. Pile on me if you want, but it's true. I mean, their education is okay in terms of math and science, but when it comes to humanities and social sciences, it's like non-existent. Maybe some top universities have some decent programs, but high schools and local colleges are basically in the Stone Age. There's no empirical political science at all. No sociology, no human geography, maybe some geography, but not human geo. There's history, but the content is highly selective. Almost everything in the history textbooks has something to do with glorifying the Chinese Communist Party, not much else. Literature, well, barely. The reading assignments in high schools are very boring, except maybe a few ancient pieces, and very few translated articles from other countries. So basically, students are not supposed to understand people and societies. They're trained about everything else, but not human beings, because this way the ruling party has an easier time telling them what to do. And that ignorance also infected the Chinese immigrants in other countries because they are mostly STEM majors. They not only don't know social sciences, they kind of look down on social sciences. Some of them think political science is pseudoscience because the data are not as neat as in a chemistry experiment. Well, that'd be another topic. But basically, ignorance in how the human world works is always a big risk factor for racism. The second explanation, the cult of money in China affects the psychology toward race. I mean, of course, Americans love money too, but compared to how much Chinese love money, you guys are like amateurs. China literally has a god called Caishen, which means god of money. I don't know any such god in other cultures, but Caishen is a big deal in China. It's actually worshipped by Chinese of different beliefs, like Buddhists, Taoists, and some other local paganists, even atheists. They all sort of worship the god of money. This money cult was especially explosive in the last half century because China was in this transition from the Maoist version of hungry communism to a net-breaking extreme of capitalism. So 2 generations of Chinese were basically rediscovering economic competition, and they just went crazy. There's not a family or friend gathering in China where people don't talk about money. So of course, race is also incorporated into that monetary value system. White people have more money, so they must be a higher race. About 20 years ago, my wife was having a business lunch with some white guys in Shanghai. And guess what? The receptionist of the restaurant tried to stop her from entering. He just basically asserted himself between the white guys and my wife and blocked her. She had no idea what was going on. Maybe the guy thought she was pretending to be a part of the group, or maybe he thought she was trying to hit on one of the white guys. But either way, you are not their bodyguards. Why do you care? Before she could figure out what happened, one of the white guys turned back and shouted at the receptionist and made him back off. You know, like a tough colonizer in those movies. Pretty funny. And of course, that money-based racism affects Chinese people's attitude toward black people. They use race as a proxy to decide who can be a source of revenue. A lot of Chinese disrespect black people because they don't see a swell pocket. You can see this in the United States too, right? Even the most racist motherfuckers would pretend to be polite in front of rich black people, right? I bet you'll see a lot of crazy Chinese fans too if some NBA teams visit China. So part of racism is really just classism. Okay, my third point. Some of these racist video trends may have been the Chinese government's strategy. I don't have any evidence, but I know for sure that the CCP wants Chinese immigrants to be hated in America. Why? If they're hated, they'll feel more vulnerable and be more loyal to the motherland. They'll either go back or maybe help China achieve some policy goals in the US. So there's a very real possibility that the Chinese censors intentionally let those trends slip through their fingers to sow discord between Chinese immigrants and African Americans. You know, the censorship in China is highly effective. With both AI and a massive team of online police, I just can't imagine anything the government doesn't like can become a trend. So on one hand, it's a reflection of organic racism. But on the other hand, it could also be assisted by a centralized algorithm. And of course, making Chinese Americans and African Americans hostile to each other will also help Trump. And China definitely wants Trump in power because China's foreign trade literally exploded under Trump's trade policy, as America is dumping its traditional partners. So China probably wants Trump to declare martial law and rule forever, you know? So, of course, one way to make it happen is to make Chinese immigrants unable to stay in the liberal tent. Again, I can't prove it, but it's very hard to find alternative explanations for the censorship malfunctioning in the Dao case. Okay, the last point. Contrary to what you may have seen on Xiaohongshu, the Chinese population is deeply, deeply unhappy. And unhappy people tend to be racist, as you can probably see in the MAGA crowd. Unhappy people are desperate to vent on someone. Chinese people can't vent on the government because they don't want to go to jail, and they can't vent on white people either because it may cause diplomatic incidents and their accounts may get banned. So what do? They look for a target that will not get them in trouble. You might ask, why are Chinese people unhappy with all this booming economy? Well, I talked about it many times before, so I just repeat it very briefly. So one thing is the fierce competition. Most Chinese high schools don't release the kids until 10 p.m. How can you develop a happy personality with an adolescence like that? And competitiveness is partly a result of inequality. The pay gap between good jobs and bad jobs is just too crazy. Why do you think food delivery is so cheap in China? They pay the delivery man like nothing. I saw an American TikToker saying that her delivery man started crying just because she accidentally reported a late meal. Life is fucking hard there, guys. I talk about the hukou system, Google it. How 50 million children have to live away from their parents due to the public school enrollment policy against migrant workers. Look it up. And of course, the censorship. the absolute scarcity of good movies and good pop music due to censorship. I know you guys probably have a lot of complaint about America's streaming services. I do too. But imagine if they remove all the shows and movies that reflect societal ills and government corruption, and then remove all the LGBT content, all the childhood rebellions, all the shows about protests, labor disputes, women's rights, just all gone. How would you feel? That's the state of entertainment the Chinese people are living in, regardless of the GDP growth. So there's a shortage of stimulations, and those psychopathic black doll torturing videos are part of their desperate attempt at finding stimulations, the only type of stimulations that are still allowed. It's not an excuse, of course, but it's a psychological reality in a suffocating environment, just like some deep South American communities that are still dominated by religious doctrines. Of course, they're going to have issues. It's not economic anxiety, it's just regular anxiety. Anyway, that was my 2 cents. America has been driving me crazy every day in the past 10 years, but I'm still glad I got out of China. I wouldn't have survived in that place.